Namaskar. Subject CPS 3 and CPS 4, Curriculum and Pedagogic Studies, School Subject English. We have started unit number 1, Aspects of English Language. Today we will see 1.3, Grammar, Meaning and Objectives of Grammar. So let's see the 1.3 Grammar. Here we have some topics we have to cover, that is meaning of grammar, objectives of teaching grammar, types of grammar, methods of teaching grammar, and merits of teaching grammar. So among them we will see today meaning of grammar and objectives of teaching grammar. So let's see the grammar and its meaning. My first question is before you, that what is grammar? This is the basic question. Generally you can imagine what it may be. Generally you may say the study of rules, study of rules of a language, etc. It is also called a grammar. But grammar is the science of language. It means that we study scientifically about the language. That is the simple meaning. In grammar we study as a analytical and terminological of sentence. See, it means that whatever we study about the sentence, we analyze it, we study the terminology. Each word is stands or each terminology is different. For example, in sentence we have noun, pronoun, verb, adjective, etc. So all this thing we analyze and we study. It is called a grammar. Here the word grammar is used to refer three different things. Generally grammar has a three things. The first one is that set of formal pattern. Here words are arranged in order to carry meaning. Set of formal pattern. See, each sentence has a pattern. It is a set of formal pattern. It means that forming a sentence has a certain rules. So this type of one thing we study, that categorize one thing. Second one, that branch of linguistic science. Here we descriptive analysis and formalization of pattern. Here we study linguistic. It is a branch of linguistic science. So here in linguistic science we analyze descriptively and how to form a pattern. All these things we study here in linguistic science. And third one is that it is the linguistic etiquette. So here we have proper etiquettes, how to use proper language, how to use proper grammar. So here we learn the etiquettes. So these are the three different things about language. The first one we call as a form of behavior of grammar. So here how the behavior is formed we study in the first thing. And second one is that field of study, or it is a science. Here it is a science in the sense in we study the fields, we analyze descriptively. So it is a science, or it is a linguistic science. Then third one is that it is a branch of etiquette. See, if we do not follow the rules and grammar, we do not follow the etiquettes. So it is the branch of etiquette. So these are the three different fields or things from the grammar we take the different. So now see the some definitions of grammar. The first definition is given by Dr. Swede. Grammar is the practical analysis of language and its anatomy. Here according to Swede, that what is grammar? Grammar is the practical analysis of a language. So we have words, sentence and paragraph. We analyze it practically, and we analyze its anatomy. So it is called a grammar according to the Swede. Then Thompson and Watt says that grammar presents the facts of language arranged under certain categories and deal only with what can be brought under general laws and stated in the form of general rules. See, we have a certain rules in grammar. So what according to Thompson and Watt, grammar presents the facts of language. Here through the grammar we have some facts of language are presented. So arranged under certain categories, whatever the sentence and pattern of sentence, we arrange it and deal only with what can be brought under general laws. Here uh, we have some certain general rules. According to their rules and laws, we brought it and stated in the form of general rules. Hmm? Here we have certain general rules in grammar. For example, there is a rule: if the subject of singular third person, we add yes or es at the end of the verb. This is the general rule. So it forms it. So according to Thompson and Watt, grammar presents the facts of language arranged under certain categories and deal only with that what can be brought under general laws and stated in the form of general rules. Then again we have another definition, Dr. West. According to West, grammar is not a code of rules. Hmm? It is like etiquette and table manners, a statement of convention. It summarizes what is done by culture, people, and like etiquette. It is in a state of constant change. See how the grammar is. Here we have an explanation. Grammar is not a code of rules. It is not the code of general rules, etc. But it is like etiquette. Etiquette in the sense we must follow this etiquette. How subject verb combination, etc. Proper words are should be here. So it is the table manner. So a statement of convention. It means that we have some certain conventional rules. We have to follow it. It summarizes what is done by cultured people. Hmm? Again, each language has its standard form. So that used by the culture. So we have to use that culture. So, and like etiquettes, it is in state of constant change. Again, though it has certain rules and general, but they can change, constant change. Not in the rules, but we have certain change in words, etc. So it is called a grammar according to Dr. West. Then we have another definition. Champion has given a comprehensive definition of grammar to establish the rules and principles which are followed more or less unconsciously or instinctively by the native speaker. Here, uh, according to Chapman, to establish the rules and principles which are followed more or less unconsciously. We have so many principles, rules about the grammar. So we unconsciously followed them and instinctively by the native speaker. Though those are the native speaker, they instinctively follow all these principles and rules. It is called the grammar according to this Champan. So here we have some definitions of grammar. Grammar is nothing but the study of a language, analytical study of a language. Again, it is the study of the general rules, following the general rules. All these things are come into the grammar. So we have studied the definitions and meaning of the grammars. Now let us see some objectives of teaching grammar. There are so many objectives of teaching grammar. The first one is that to develop the understanding about the rules of grammar. So for this purpose we are going to teach grammar. We have to develop the understanding about the rules of grammar. This is first thing. Then to develop a scientific attitude towards the language. So how do the language form, how do it form, how do it works, how do we have to convey the meaning. So all these things we have to study us with the attitude of science. So scientific attitude towards language we have to develop among the student to develop the insight into the structure of English language. So it is the very important thing to understand the structure of any language. So we have to develop such type of insight among the student to study the structure of language. Then to develop the mental abilities of learners of reasoning and correct observation. When we study the language and form of the languages, we are going to observe the language. So we have to develop correct observation, correct reasoning abilities among the student. This is the another thing why we are going to teach grammar. Then next one is that to enable the learners to absorb the correct patterns of the language without rule memorization. Generally what happen, we learn the grammar by learning the rules, memorizing them, and when we have to write it, we memorize the rules and according to that we are going to convert, but that is not the correct. So we have to enable the learners to absorb the correct pattern of the language without rule memorization. We do not have to memorize the rule, but we have to be develop such type of habit to use that pattern correctly as we learn the mother tongue. That is we have that is the purpose we are going to teach a grammar. Then to enable the students to form correct language habit, we have to develop language habits among the student to develop the understanding ability about the rules of grammar. Again we have to develop some understanding ability among the students about the grammar rules. To develop a scientific attitude towards a language, we have seen in definition how do we have to develop a scientific attitude about the language. Then to develop their cognitive abilities of reasoning and correct observation, again we have to develop their cognitive abilities using this topic, so to enable them to speak and write English correctly. This is very important thing. We have to develop the skills among them to write, to speak, to read, etc. correctly. So these are the objectives of teaching grammars we are going to teach. Okay, so whatever the presentation I have prepared, I have took some references from these books and website. You may also visit and you may also read these books to take more in detail. So hopes you understand the what is the grammar, definitions of grammar, and objectives of teaching grammar. धन्यवाद, thank you.